All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Kodash, double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to your elect, which we hope to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Puerto Ricans, and confusion of faces, who bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are Israelites, whose spirit bear witness that they are a child of the Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the word English calls Jehovah God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the word English calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, Yeshaya, Yahweh. And pretty much this sit down is going to be called Bloody City. You know what I'm saying? You know, because how was this how was America? You know what I'm saying? Even named America. You know what I'm saying? All these different places and stuff. You know, how did the so-called white man even be able to get this place, man? You know, I want to start off with John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And I come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. You know what I'm saying? Who's that thief? You know, that's Esau Edom, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he increases what is not his. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says in the book of Sirach, it says, woe to him that increases which is not his. You know what I'm saying? Unrighteous gain, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and how did he get all these things, man? With the sword, his blessing, man. You know, you know. This is this is this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. It says now this was after when you read Genesis 25, you read the story about how Jacob of Esau, you know what I'm saying? Jacob and Esau, Salakia. And Esau sold his birthright, you know what I'm saying, for some bloody red meat, you know what I'm saying, some undone meat, you know what I'm saying? He didn't look at the birthright as something valuable because he ain't see it far off, you know what I'm saying? So now with him giving away his because the firstborn, which Esau was the firstborn according to the scriptures is supposed to receive a blessing from the father, you know what I'm saying, you know. And well, it's the first one to receive a blessing, you know what I'm saying. And since he cast away, it was already ordained that it was going to happen that way, you know what I'm saying. Isaac was looking for a blessing as well, you know. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. You know what I'm saying? So he was going to have the land, you know what I'm saying, of the world. And then he was going to also have the, you know, the heavens, you know what I'm saying, the skies, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of outer space, you know what I'm saying, because they can't go past the Van Allen belt, you know what I'm saying, you know. And it's like a force field. It's the magnetic field that's around the world. You know what I'm saying? And he can't go past that. You know what I'm saying? So he only got a little bit, you know. Shoot. And you really think about it and stuff, you know, his blessing also was a prison. Speaking as man, this is verse 40. It says, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass that thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the sword, what's the modern day sword? The guns. You know what I'm saying? So the thief coming to steal, kill, and destroy. You know what I'm saying? And here's his blessing when he's able to do those things, man. You know, here it is. You got who people known as Christopher Columbus, which his real name is Cristobal Colon. He was Jewish, a fake Jew. You know what I'm saying? He was an Edomite, Amalekite. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what he do? He came over. He came over to the Americas. When you read the Book of Kings, you know what I'm saying? America was visited already. You know what I'm saying? You know, from Hiram and a couple of Jakes. You know what I'm saying? That went with him to go grab the wood so he could build the Lord's house. This land was already discovered. And then when it come down to the you know, the 10 lost tribes, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to Northern Kingdom, they came over to the Americas. When you had Gad over here, Christopher Columbus, who the people known him as, which his real name is Cristobal Colon, what he do? He come over here and said that he discovered America, but he had 5 Hebrew interpreters. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew the land was already inhabited. You know, and what did they use? They used the sword. They used what's it called? Bio warfare, putting smallpox in a wool covers that they gave Gad and Reuben. You know what I'm saying? Gad would be the Native American Indians, and then Reuben would be the Semio Indians. You know what I'm saying? And giving them moonshine, what they call fire water. You know what I'm saying? But at its strongest. You know what I'm saying? You know, and knew the effects, man. So they because they're the kings of handicap matches. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 100% when it come down to Esau. You know what I'm saying? You know, he has to have the advantage at all times, man, for him to win, because he can't do it on a regular basis, man. He can't do it when it's evenly balanced, man. You know, if you ever play Tekken, he gotta seem strong while your health is already on 1%, and that's what you started off with. You know what I'm saying? And he at 100%. You know, that's how he fights. That's how he gets down, man. You know, it says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Cause in the dark ages, you know what I'm saying, that's when Jacob was ruling Europe, and you know, and we ruled for 1,000 years, you know what I'm saying? But the time of the Renaissance, you know what I'm saying, which means rebirth, that's when the Edomites had came out of the Caucasians, Caucasian, came out of the Caucasus Mountains. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the word Caucasian from. You know what I'm saying? It means cave dweller. You know, they came out of Mount Pressure and stuff and took rulership, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, it says verse 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. It says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So he already had that envious spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's that same spirit that as you see Lord of the Rings, the guy named Smeagol, his whole the whole, because Smeagol was actually a regular little dwarf or whatever they call them things and stuff that look like humans, but they real short. You know what I'm saying? With funny ears and big feet. Uh, uh, he killed his brother because of the ring that he found, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's how Esau was. You know, but Esau gave it away, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. So all he wanted blood right off the back, man. You know. Verse 42, it says, and these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to kill, man. You know, kill, steal, and destroy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted the birthright. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to kill his brother for it. You know. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. It says, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And isn't this will be going back to the time of the martial law that was happening in the time of the in 70 AD in Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? When you had Titus, the son of the Titus who became general. You know what I'm saying? And who is the son of Vespasian, who became emperor, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they symbol with, you know, dragon, a red dragon, and the eagle that flies and stuff for today. What is America's known symbol? The eagle, man. You know. Verse 50, it says, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young. You know what I'm saying? And back in the slavery, man, with the slave trade, when they was coming to Northern Kingdom, to the Taino Indians, you know what I'm saying, which would be the Ephraimites, the so-called Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying, coming over there, you know, taking the Aztecs, you know what I'm saying, the Israelites, the so-called Mexicans and stuff, taking them over into Europe, and then bringing the Judites and stuff over into the Americas, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and taking in Gad and Reuben and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they and when they enslaved us and stuff, what was going on? You know, they was for the ones that didn't want to work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, even when it come down to the young ones that was just too young to work, you know what I'm saying, these conditions and stuff, what are they doing? They was whipping they backs. They was making sure that blood was coming off their back, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, feeding they whip with the blood of our people, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he got a lot to pay for it because he have done things over the centuries. Esau Edom, so-called Caucasian, he done so many things that he need to get paid back for all the things that he's done, man. You know, he don't care about old, he don't care about young, he don't care if you in your prime, it don't matter, man. You know, this is Exodus chapter 21 verse 16. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. You know what I'm saying? The for Black Friday. Black Friday is just a celebration, which you Jakes don't understand, is when they sold us for cheap. That's why when it come down to Black Friday, you get discounts and deals. You know what I'm saying? Because you were sold for discounts and deals, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they stole us from where we were, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it says, and until this day, we still found in his hand, man. You know, they further the affliction. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Zechariah, I think 11:5. You know what I'm saying? They further the affliction, you know, even till this day. You know what I'm saying? They want us to continue to be enslaved. You know, you got to some of these Edomites that be like, well, go back to Africa, this, that, and the third and stuff. But it's like you already know that you all make money off the backs of us, man. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no way that Esau is gonna let us go like that, man. You know, this is it says he shall surely be put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's evidence since we still here, still working. It's your monetary system and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to go by your ways. You know what I'm saying? Because you're according to Joel 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? You know, you control the earth. The Lord put the hands in you. That was your blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're going to get put to death, man, because you increase it what is not yours. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. You know what I'm saying? You know, so woe to the bloody city because you shed blood just to get what you wanted, man. You know what I'm saying? And you weren't just coming across people and stuff, and they was like, do you want to be asking, do you want to be a slave? And it's like, yeah, nigga, put chains on me. No, ain't nobody do that. You know, you had to fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you used your blessing. You need to create the Gatling gun just to take Gad down because you couldn't fuck with Gad, man. You know, they was messing you up in the terrain, man. You know what I'm saying? With bow and arrows, man. You know, and swords. You know, and clubs and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You needed a gun. You needed something to fight from long distances, man. When Gad was in your face, you know what I'm saying? And once again, you're a handicap artist, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody got to be in a wheelchair for you to feel like you actually have a chance at fighting or succeed, man. You know, it says, verse 2, it says, the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. It says, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none in of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. You know what I'm saying? You got a long track record, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you not only you just deal with just the regular sword and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And in the modern day, sword would be the gun. You also use biochemicals, man. You know what I'm saying? Putting the chemtrails in the air You know what I'm saying? Because it's a difference from chemtrail and contrail. Contrail is when it's water vapors that come from the airplane's exhaust. You know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to disappear in a matter of minutes, man, or seconds, man. You know what I'm saying? But chemtrails is when the line still stays there, and then it becomes a cloud. You know what I'm saying? And then when it rains, you get the chemicals that's supposed to break down your immune system. You pretty much got AIDS in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because the AIDS is a autoimmune disease, man. You know what I'm saying? Where it attacks the immune system and breaks it down, and you got that in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? So when it rains and stuff, it lands on the crops, it lands in the soil. You know what I'm saying? It lands on people. People get sick. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put you use, instead of using dimensions earth and stuff, you that keeps passed away. Instead, what do? You food grade dimensions earth. You use pesticides and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the most of the food is GMO. You know what I'm saying? Genetically modified organisms. You know what I'm saying? You growing meat. You know what I'm saying? You using meat glue just to put meat together and stuff. And meat glue, if you inhale that, it's poisonous. It will kill you. You know what I'm saying? It will destroy your lungs and your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you sticking the leftover meat together, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? You got different ways of how you trying to kill us, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 4, it says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, you know what I'm saying? Because America would be known as that harlot. It says the mistress of witchcrafts, and this whole place is set upon witchcraft, when it comes down to the power lines and stuff that it sends forth radiation, man. That's why when you go into those rich Edomite areas and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You don't see the light poles, I mean, not light poles. You don't see the power lines and stuff like they have it in the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? The little speed cameras and all that stuff, and speed bumps, you do all that just to vex Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? When Edomites neighborhoods don't look like that, man. You know, even when it comes down to the Wi-Fi towers and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Those big old towers and stuff, they got the little rectangular boxes and stuff. Those send forth radiation and stuff. It's supposed to kill your brain, fry your brain, man. You know what I'm saying? Make your brain look like scrambled eggs, man. You know what I'm saying? This is even in the TVs, you got your white noise. You know what I'm saying? You got your little frequencies that still shoot off, even if the TV is off. You know what I'm saying? To mess with people's bodies and stuff. You got the circuit board that's all that uses witchcraft symbols, man. You know what I'm saying? You got your holidays when you do your witchcraft, the Bohemian Grove and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different things that what you trying to bring Jake down, man. You know what I'm saying? All of it is witchcraft, man, because it's a secret thing behind it, man. And it says that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you have done, man. And like the scripture said back in verse 1, it says, woe to the bloody city, because how did you get it? Through rape, robbery, and murder, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because when it come down to killing is when you destroy for no reason, man. You know what I'm saying? And murder is when there's a reason behind it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you all you been doing is killing, man. Hey, the scripture says that you the man of the field. You know what I'm saying? It's a game to you. Look at Bear Grylls, man. Look at all these little look at all these different shows where Esau goes out and kills animals just for fun, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen that movie called Open Season, it's a cartoon and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that you had that dude who just liked hunting. That's all he wanted to do was hunt, kill, and post it up for a trophy. He was the image of Esau, man. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, established a city by iniquity. You built America on the backs of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you had to kill a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Just so you could receive this land, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nobody just accept to be no slave. You had to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you killed us, man. You shed our blood, man. You know, it's you know it says established city by iniquity, because guess what's because that word iniquity goes to the word I I I I lie. Like, I was looking at the other one. I lie is the I, the lie, and the ha. I lie. You know what I'm saying? It says injustice, unrighteousness, wrong. Yeah, haven't you broken treaties, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, you've been you've been breaking treaties ever since you started making treaties, man. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. You know what I'm saying? So when you came on them ships and stuff, Gad wasn't like, oh, let's see what they got on this boat. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We was good. We already had land. We already knew about the gold and stuff. We already knew about that. Your purpose was to come over there and take the gold, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like the scripture says, that you increase your desire is like hell, man. I mean, talking about the grave, you know, because without the coffins and stuff, you know what I'm saying, the earth can keep receiving bodies as however long, man. You know what I'm saying? Because all your body is doing is decomposing into the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? All the minerals that you have in your body comes from the earth. So all it's doing is going back to the earth, man. You know, you know, uh, 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 and that's how your desire is. You know, you just got to keep getting, keep getting, keep getting. You can have a whole lot and still won't be satisfied, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll read again Isaiah 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. So we wasn't on no BS when it came down to you. We wasn't trying to find out like well, let's weaken them. You know what I'm saying? No, we a warrior tribe. We wasn't on that. We the nation of Gad, I mean, the Gadites and the Simeon. The Gadites, they wasn't on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Simeonians, the so-called the Reubenites, they didn't make no treaties with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to Gad, we came in with open arms because we are merciful people. You know what I'm saying? But what did you do? You know what I'm saying? You was already on that BS, man. You know, like it says in Psalms 21. I don't want to go off topic, but this is let me pass. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. You know what I'm saying? So you was coming in with that smile. You know what I'm saying? You know, like off the cartoons, if you ever see Bleach, I think one of the dudes' names was Shin, and one of his Zanpakuto's powers was that the sword was able to stretch for like a substantial amount of length. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he always had that smile, like he had that shady smile. You know what I'm saying? Like his eyes would be closed, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And then he just had that big old grin. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then, like when somebody back would be turned and stuff, he'll smile and it just look all wicked. That's how Esau is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you was doing when it came down to those treaties, man. You know, it says his words was softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So even though he was coming in and is friendly and stuff, you know, hanging his head down, you know, like King Agag, you know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing, man. You know, he tried to humble himself and stuff, but he was full of deceit. Back in Isaiah 33 and 1, it says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. You got your own saying, what goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what's gonna go down, man. You know, because these nations, they finding out that you just a bunch of BS. You know what I'm saying? That you've been tricking them over and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't trying to deal with you no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got the internet out there and stuff, and they exposing you. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the men of the Lord, man. You know. This is Ezekiel chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it." That word scum is the Hebrew word chala'ah. It's the cha, the la, and the ah and the ha, chala'ah. And it says rust, scum. You know, it says properly diseased, hence rust. You know what I'm saying? You know, so something that's bad, nasty. You know what I'm saying? Your ways, you know, your treachery, your iniquity, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it. It said, for her blood is in the midst of her. She set it upon the top of a rock. She poured it not upon the ground to cover it with dust. You know what I'm saying? They wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at this whole society, man. You know, it ain't nothing but things that's contrary to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And then they not hiding it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to hide it at all. They put it out there. You know, he's a proud man, man. The Most High is not in all his thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, verse 8, it says that it might cause fury to come up to take vengeance. I have set her blood upon the top of a rock, that it should not be covered. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city. I will even make the power for fire great. You know what I'm saying? Because all your cup is overflowed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all the sins of this place has reached on to heaven, because not only are you just wicked and stuff, and you do all the things that's contrary to the Lord, like it says in Psalms 7:11, the Lord is the Lord will justify the righteous, but he is angry with the wicked every day, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just your own being, but then you cause others to follow the same ways, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you heaping on the anger, onto I mean, you causing the nation of Israel to go off. You know what I'm saying? You causing these other heathens to do things that the Lord does not like, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you progenitor of it, man. Progenitor of wickedness, starting with Cain. Actually, not even starting with Cain, but the serpent, because the serpent was a man with a snake, sneaky mind frame, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you was there in the garden. You know, so the Lord is gonna make the powerful fire great, man. You know what I'm saying? The second death that's coming. You know what I'm saying? The lake of fire, you're gonna be in it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to get purged. You know, and then you're gonna be in slavery for 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? And then after 1,000 years, it's over with, and you finna receive the most harshest punishment out of all the nations, man. You know, the basis of men that's on top right now is gonna be messed over in the kingdom, man. You know, you gonna know what real pain is, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, a Edomite can have billions of dollars and shrink down to $15,000, and they'll jump off a roof. Let Jake get $15,000. Jake ain't doing that. You can't handle simple things like that. And guess what? You ain't gonna be able to deal with the judgment that you finna receive in the kingdom by the elect. You know, by the 2/3. You know what I'm saying? You know that come through the seed line of the elect in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have that everlasting shame and contempt. And the main thing is that's gonna be on their mind is that I followed Joe ass. You know what I'm saying? So guess what's gonna happen? They gonna be the most maddest, man. You know? Children are gonna have this in the back of their heads, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to they're not gonna have to grow up to a certain age and stuff, just be like, oh man, they did this and did that. No, these children, man. Children gonna be wanting to do stuff to you, man. You know? This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. It says, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of the Most High made he man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you still, the thief, going back to that John 10:10, the thief come not but to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's all you have done, man. You know what I'm saying? You Edomites got to pay for all the atrocities that you have done. the treacherousness, man, the heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Taking breaking our families apart and sending them to different plantations, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then when we was freed men, you know what I'm saying, so to say, when we were so-called freed men and stuff, you still would try to take us and enslave us again, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, whipping the backs of the young and the old, man. You know what I'm saying? Having them to pick cotton and stuff without the proper gear and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of things to pay for. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wants your blood. You know what I'm saying? Israel wants your blood. The ones that's mourning want your blood. Even your own people want your blood, man. You know? This is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for the blood it defileth the land. And you shed a lot of blood on this land, man. You know what I'm saying? America was yours. You know what I'm saying? You know, according to Psalms 49 and 11, you call it lands after your name. But hey, this was already inhabited before you came over here. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got what's his name? The guy on the $20 bill. He was the one who made treaties with Gad. You know what I'm saying? Then broke him, man. You know, I think it was I think it's called the Indian the Indian Removal Act, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, how you gonna remove something that ain't yours? You know what I'm saying? We had this first. You know what I'm saying? You took down the mounds, the land marks. You know what I'm saying? You know, and don't forget about the Trail of Tears that you use for a monument. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, you gonna get destroyed for those things, man. You know. It says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. You know what I'm saying? So your blood needs to be spilled. Yeah, you get your blood get spilled. Like what 21 Savage said in one of his songs. You know what I'm saying? Your blood gotta spill just so this place can be cleansed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? And I hope this video was edifying, and I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Hodash, double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we ought to be. Shalom and a bar.